What's up, college football fans and Mean Green fans? Sonoy Valente here once again with the Mean Green Show. Today, joined by Missouri wide receiver chancer Jamori Macklin. And before we get into all things Jamori related and transfer and all that stuff, you guys already know the drill. If you're a fan of college football, G5 football, the transfer portal, any or all of the above, consider hitting that like and subscribe button because that is truly all that we talk about. All right, Jamori. So pre-tape, you told me whatever you want. What do you prefer though, Jamori or Jay? Because I hear Jamori's doing really good. I also hear that Jay's doing really good. What do you want the people to call you?
I'll probably call me Jamori.
Jamori. Okay. All right, Jamori. So coming out of high school, you really had some video game numbers with over 113 receptions, over 2,000 yards, and 22 touchdowns. Obviously, you went to Missouri, coming out of high school. And talk to me, how was the recruitment process different from being a high school athlete as to being a transfer portal in this new age of transfer portal? I mean, it's still new. I mean, so
Yeah.
how did that differ for you?
Um, Coming out of high school, you got those 4 years or 3 years of recruiting. So you got a lot of time, or what I'm saying, that little time frame, that those 3 years to visit colleges, really take your time, look at stuff with your family and things like that. You just got a little more time, and compared to the transfer portal, it kind of feel like things you have to kind of move quick. Uh, I feel like I didn't really have time to really take a lot of visits, but um, just coming out of the transfer portal, it's like the schools just offer you already, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
based off of, if they know about you or your high school fam or whatever, but it just moves pretty quickly compared to high school. So
So how did you get linked to North Texas via the portal?
I think my Coach Latrell, I think he might have recruited my cousin Jeremy back when he was in high school. So
To North Carolina?
what was he? Was Latrell at Texas Tech, I think?
Oh, okay, that was a while back. Yeah, he was at Texas Tech. So yeah, anyway.
During that time, I think. So he kind of already knew about me or whatever. And right when I came out the transfer portal, they offered me. So they've been looking at me since day one. So I was
Right.
excited for that. Yeah.
Did you come down to Denton to visit before you made your commitment?
Yep. I came down Thanksgiving, the weekend of Thanksgiving. I think day after Thanksgiving. Yes, sir.
Very cool. Very cool. So how's the chemistry building been with all the QBs? I mean, you're the new face, obviously, and I mean, so you don't have a ton of rapport other than just this spring. But I mean, have you been able to build quickly? And if so, why? What do you accredit that to?
Very quickly. Even from like my first few days of being here, I went and ran routes with does it Damon Ward and Roger Burns. Those guys took me in from the jump, and we ran routes with Ani. Uh, those few days I was here, so it was moving quickly. And those guys, they just took me in as a brother. So I'm very blessed to have those guys on my side. And just like from the jump when I got here, they just all took me in. They critiqued me on little things and stuff like that. And we're just really tight.
Hmm. And you are on the field or this coming fall. You'll be a redshirt freshman, technically. Is that right?
Yeah, I still got 4 years.
That's crazy, man. That is, I mean,
Yeah.
that's awesome, but that's insane.
Oh yeah.
So, what role do you see yourself playing in this offense next season?
Wherever they need me at. I don't really try to, pinpoint where I really want to be. Uh, Wherever they need me. If they need me a running back, I'll be a running back. Wherever they need me slide outside, doesn't really matter. Whatever I can do to help the team.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a preference out of the two? Because everyone says that you seem like you can go both, but do you have
Yeah.
a preference, slot
I,
or outside?
I'd definitely be outside. Because slot, you got to deal with a lot of traffic,
Oh yeah.
two safeties. It's a lot. But
Yeah.
then outside is usually a lot of those coverages turn into one-on-one. So I kind of like, what I'm saying, I know I can win a lot of my one-on-one matchups. So I kind of like outside more.
Is there anybody, who played NFL that you kind of feel like your game is close to, or you model your game after,
In the NFL right now.
or past NFL? I mean,
Past, of course, my cousin. Of course, him. Nowadays, it's more of Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, and Cooper Cup. Amari Cooper is
mhm.
probably my favorite. If you go look at a lot of my practice videos or whatever, you'll see I use a lot of his moves and stuff like that. So I'll say Amari Cooper is probably like my favorite.
So bringing up your cousin Jeremy Macklin, having him, as a role model, as someone to bounce up off you, who's made it to the pinnacle, obviously, And I mean, how has that helped you with your game, and not so obviously with your game on the field, but not just your game on the field, but as far as just approaching college and taking care of yourself in the off season, this, that, and the other. What tips have you been able to pick up by having that family connection with Jeremy?
That's like cheating. It's like stealing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he played at the highest level. Uh, on the field, he just helps me out with just little things like coverages or how I can get better at route running, or just little stuff that he worked on when he was in the NFL. And a lot of guys in colleges don't have that role model to look up to or to tell them, who played in the highest level, to tell them, little things like that. So I'm blessed to have him. Outside of the field, he pushes me hard. Like, I know once I go back home for summertime, it's gonna be on. He's gonna get on me every day about going to work out and just being great. But he usually doesn't have to do that because I want that for myself. So, but it's always good to have him around just for advice about life or whatever. Just going through hard times. We're college athletes, so I go through stuff a lot. He helps me keep my head straight. So I'm very blessed to have someone like him in my life for sure.
Have you selected a major yet?
Man, I didn't switch like 3 times. It's crazy. I was doing teaching. I switched to sport management. Now I'm switching, I think, psychology. I'm just trying out stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself doing after football's over, whenever that is?
Coaching, 100%.
Coaching? Oh, you want to coach? What level do you want to coach at? High school,
Probably
college?
probably high school.
Yeah.
Sure.
What is it that appeals you about the high school coaching world as opposed to the others?
I feel like with those guys, like I probably can like relate to them a lot more than going. And then it's probably a little easier, but I just want to like impact those guys. My cousin coaches a high school back at the high school that me and him went to. So I'll probably after football, I'll probably join him.
Oh yeah. Is he just a position coach right now, or is he?
He's head coach. He's been head coach for the past 2 years, I think.
Oh, okay. How's that going for him?
It's going really good. He loves it, man. He loves it. I'm happy for him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so with all these new leagues like the USFL, the XFL, all this stuff, I mean, it's just more avenues. Obviously, it's not the same payday as the NFL, but you would think that the probably average pay is still about, I don't know. I mean, I'm just totally spitballing. Maybe 70,000 plus. I mean, does that interest you? I mean, are you excited that there's more avenues and not to mention, I mean, it could be a springboard to the NFL. We see that with a few guys, but does that, are guys your age and your stage in college, are you guys already kind of thinking, oh, USFL, XFL, like kind of multiple routes, or not even giving it too much thought at this point?
I don't think a lot of guys that I talk to really like look at it that way. They are like, okay, NFL. But it is good to look at that way, just in case things don't go your way. To look at those different leagues. I like that they came up with stuff like that, so it still gives guys some chances to prove themselves and maybe one day get to the NFL. So I'm not against it at all.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So are you excited about the return of NCAA football?
Ooh, oh yeah, I can't wait. I don't even like Madden. I don't like Madden, but I feel like NCAA is gonna be pretty good. But so,
did you play it growing up, or were you too young for that?
I was too young, but I remember playing it a long time ago. I played with my cousin a few times.
Yeah,
I can't remember what NCAA it was, but it was a long time ago.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, hey, Jamori, I really appreciate your time. I know I'm speaking for all the UNT fan base when we say, we're really excited that you're part of this team, and just keep up the hard work. And we're looking forward to following along this fall.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. I thank everybody on here, all the fans. Thanks for bringing me in and liking my game so far. I'm just trying to help y'all out as much as I can.
All right, go Mean Green.
Yes, GMG.